We do have Zoom, but I'm still just figuring that out. So, all right, I'm just gonna say a little something, which is normally we go live at 5 p.m. on Friday, UK time. We are still trying to find a time that works for Sally's super busy schedule because she has a lot of clients and she's running a lot of courses, and um, there's everybody to consider. So thank you for bearing with us on that front. And maybe no one will come on live, so we'll see. But I think what we'll do is we're going to treat this transmission as we might have previously done the YouTube transmissions. And if anyone comes on live and we get to do a bit of Q&A, well, that'll be a bonus. So I'll just keep an eye on if anyone comes on live. But welcome to the temple today. We're here with Chong Fu, and we've got some treats for you as always. Blessings and love to you all.
Blessings and peace. Thank you so much, Jerome, for all that you do to bring spirits forward for people, and of course for facilitating my work. Thank you so much. And so blessings and peace to all who may see this now, or may come later. Because of course I do not exist in time. I come forward in your time, but I am in another dimension. So a part of you that knows me from that dimension within you, that ascended dimension, your higher self. So we welcome to your higher self in this moment, whether you are physically here or not. Welcome to all guides and helpers who work with you. Welcome to the angelic and archangelic beings and all the deities who are working with you within your life here upon the earth. An extraordinary time it is that you have decided to incarnate. This time, literally upon your earth, this timeline that you are in, you have come into it to experience a great extremity for yourself. This extraordinary time where the dark is coming up to challenge the light, or we could say the light is coming in to very dark places to reveal them. Those dark places can be in you. They can be very old wounds that you're having to look at. You literally can't get past this moment. You're just being almost pinned to the spot, having to look at something really painful inside and perhaps re-experience pain from before. Or you're looking outside, you've done a lot of work, you've cleared yourself a lot, and you can't believe, in a way, the darkness that is being revealed around you. And you've heard many gurus and teachers over many lifetimes say it's all an illusion, but here you are in the physical reality, living the so-called illusion in your senses, in your body, in your heart, in your mind. It's all feeling very real. You're here. And what's more is the work of incarnation goes on for the whole life as you try to bring all of you to actually be here. And everything that is happening around you makes you wonder, do I really want to be here in all of this? There's so much pain, suffering, fear, anger, denial, argument, separation, disconnection. Do I really want to be here? And there are those, of course, who decide they don't. They don't want to be here. But then again, they did come here. And there was a chance, even for those that have departed by their own free will, as it were. There was a chance, and there is for all of you still that chance that you can do the soul work you came to do, and that these circumstances are the best conditions for you to do some very hard, very difficult work in some very dark paths. Either the dark paths that you're called to help outside yourself, if you're strong enough, or you're just getting stronger by meeting those dark paths within yourself. So here is my subject for today for your consideration: how to keep going in seemingly impossible situation that you might find yourself in, or you might feel that the whole of humanity is in, or your country, or your family, community, society, your nation. And there are many nations in the world in seemingly impossible situations. Impossible in the sense that you can't have the life you came to have. You can't do the things you love to do. You feel prevented from traveling, meeting, hugging, loving. Basically, you'll feel prevented from having your life according to your will. And that is my statement to you. It's about you discovering your will. This is the strange nature of the universe that confronts you through seemingly negative circumstances with an opportunity, nevertheless, for transformation. I'm sure you can see exactly what I mean. And perhaps you understand that it's become this extreme here upon the earth, this place of soul evolution, because of the necessity to awaken to divine presence, to awaken to your divine essence. It's become like this because there's a pull and a draw and an opposition force going on between the positive and the negative, between the light and the dark, basically between what is divine within you or upon the earth and what is, well, not divine, or even to go as far as to say demonic or in opposition to the divine. That you are perhaps working within you with a feeling of, well, I'm trying to work with Chang Fu or my guides and the divine beings to maintain positivity, but I'm constantly being bombarded by the negative attitudes, both in the world around me and perhaps even in my family or close circle. So these opposites, this confrontation, we could almost say it is literally between love and fear. It sounds very kind of broad in terminology, but really, if you think about it, when you are feeling coerced by fear, there's not much space to feel lovingly expansive in your life. Yet every instinct of those who come and listen to someone like myself, who is not incarnate but is dwelling in the upper dimensions, that's where you want to be, yet upon the earth. You want to bring the love and the light. You want to bring healing and integration. You want to bring connection with the divine. That's why you're here. And it is the biggest meeting with illusion probably that you'll ever have. Because what you have created around you is illusion powered by a very negative will. So this negative will is creating a negative illusion that's very powerful. And you are being challenged to bring your power up to match this negative power, and actually a little more, so that you can embrace it, alchemize it, dissolve it, and turn it into pure energy that ultimately just empowers you more. Love is the most powerful energy in the universe. Each of you know that. But love can also get hijacked. You could say kind of the light from it siphoned off and just pulled over here, where you think that you're still loving, but actually it's been taken over and fear has crept in, leaked in to your vessel, your love vessel, your heart. So if you feel inside yourself to what extent you're feeling doubt, you're feeling, of course, restricted, hurt, wounded, confused, despairing, worried, anxious, all these words which denote a form of fear. Any of that is a form of fear, of course, because that is what's being manufactured for you. A reality that triggers all kinds of lack, fear of not having, fear of not being powerful enough, fear of not being able to bring forward, ultimately, your soul's purpose into this world. So what matters is that you are able to come inside yourself, find your toolkit, if you like, your empowerment practices, your connection practices, connection with the divine, connection with your highest self, connection with love, presence, divine presence. Because without that, oh yes, you will get pulled down. See it literally like a set of muscles, because it is. And if you leave a set of muscles for long enough, they go all flabby. Strangely enough, that's exactly what the negative powers are doing. Flexing the muscles that they really do know how to use, to send out, to vibrate, to literally transmit and magnify. A bit like on a sound system, magnify the sound of the terror, magnify the sound of the threats, magnify the feelings of opposition, desperation, hopelessness. Look at that. Look how they do it. They do it by repeating constantly. You're hearing the threats. You're hearing the fears appearing all over the place. So start to understand that and start to work on your muscles of repeating the opposite. I am the love. I am the living incarnation of my higher self. I am one with the divine. I am one with the source of all love, all power, creation power. I am the living spirit within. Everything I think, feel, say, and do is for my highest good. And for the highest good of all around me, and all to whom I send my energy and love. The highest good is the divine good, is the uplifting good. Work with mantra. Work in your mind, because that is where you're going to, if you like, source the energy for your heart. And once your heart is strong with those affirmations and that certainty and those muscles of love, positivity and light, then your heart fills your body with that light. And if at the same time you understand chakra practice and you're able to open your centers, use shungite, empower yourself in the ways of physically resourcing yourself from the earth, from nature, from the air, from the elements, purifying the water you drink, using the crystals and the shungite to strengthen the interface between your light body and your physical body, and bring that light body strength into your physical body. There's literally nothing that can harm you, because you are made of light. You appear in the physical and you have the dense form that you've chosen to experience. But your soul is driving your life. Your soul knows exactly why you're in this situation, not in your mind, but in your deep connection to your higher self, the divine. You have everything you need to navigate this seemingly impossible situation. And I do not argue with you that it is seemingly impossible. But notice that word. It seems so, but it is not so. It is an illusion created by those who have negative intentions. And make no mistake, they are real negative intentions. But you are more powerful with your positive intentions. You always will be. And the divine beings work through you. And the negative forces do not ever have as much power as the positive forces in truth. But they must be powerful in order to bring the positive forces through. That is the dynamic in the world of duality. The existence, the allowance of the impossible, the negative, the hopeless, the despairing, the fear, the terror, the collapse. That is all allowed to be, to stimulate the wonder, the glory, the love, the peace, the divinity, the remarkable, the magic, the miracles. They come to heal. They come, the positive force, the divine beings. They are coming in that sense to save, to hold, to heal, to rescue the negative. And that principle, as above, so below, as within, so without, that is what you're working with. The deep knowing that you belong to the divine, to the light, but you're here to experience in the density of this earth, that which has always been here, that there is the allowance of negative presence, of dark forces, for you to encounter and vanquish within yourself. You see, as soon as you put that energy out and you try to vanquish it out there, well, no, because this reality is created for this experience that you are having. It didn't go wrong. It was allowed. It's all changing now because you are waking up, because you are deciding to bring the divine, to manifest it. And this isn't the divine plan. Oh, it all went wrong and, it was supposed to be somehow different. Not at all, no. This goes in cycles, great, huge cycles of many lifetimes that you live within cycles. And you have time to fully transform yourself and ascend within those massive thousands of years cycles in which you choose to evolve upon this earth, this magnificent, extraordinary, remarkable, magical being that you have come to share your life with. So look and see. Look at this model being that you've come to share with. Do you realize how many times the great earth has literally fought for her life, has had evolutionary processes within the cosmos, the billions, the timeless cosmos, billions of years, but timeless. You could never measure this universal time. And this is a manifestation in time and space, but there is the cosmos that is beyond time and space, and you are part of that. You didn't come from nowhere. You came from the divine, from the cosmic central heart divine. You're a super being who chose to be here upon the earth and to experience, well, literally the other side of that coin. That, well, I'm not a super being. I'm a limited, mortal, physical being dwelling in a time-space reality that has a beginning and an end, and What do you mean? Am I a super being? Really? Oh, yes, you are. Otherwise, well, that's right. How else would I say to you, you can change your reality? Is a part of you that hears me say that, not knows absolutely that's true. But it's not necessarily the part that right now is in this physical, seemingly impossible situation where fear is triggered by actual manifested physical realities, violence, force, terrorizing, tyrannical type of confrontation. Whether it's in your life or you see it somewhere else, it's equally terrorizing. So, wherever you are, in whatever situation, don't ever give up the deep knowing that you are one with the divine, that the divine beings are there with you, and that if you can, the best way you can, and however you can, come inside and talk to the part of you that's terrified and just sit with him or her in the smallest place you can find, the most diminished and fractured and place that you have been perhaps triggered into feeling. Breathe. Feel it in its entirety, while at the same time realizing this is an experience. This is something happening here on earth that is not happening in the heavens, in my higher self. This is not happening in all my being. There are vast capacities of my being that I can bring into me now, that I call forward to embrace me. I call the divine beings to embrace me and protect me. I call angelic beings to love me and bless me, to pour light and healing power into me in this moment. I take complete charge and embrace the small part of me that feels terrified, disconnected, anxious, wounded, or even rageful, angry, vengeful, or desperate, hopeless. Really feel what you're feeling right now. Just take this opportunity in this moment. It's not about how long you hold this place. It's about how deeply you're able to connect with the truth of the emotions and breathe into them. Accept them. For there's a part of you in this seemingly impossible situation who really believes it's impossible, who is absolutely terrified and feels disempowered perhaps. Or perhaps there's a part of you that feels sort of stuck, paralyzed, can't feel anything, can't do anything, can't think. That's fear too. So many ways that fear manifests. Perhaps you're blaming someone else, perhaps you're judging someone else, perhaps you just feel just so disconnected, even from yourself, isolated. So I want you to understand that there's a part of you always free. Always, whether you have remembered this and in this moment can feel it. Just with me for a moment, feel that part that's triggered into despair, fear, loss, anger. And then feel the part of you that is one with the divine. that you know in your spirit you're eternal. You know you're free. Perhaps in your body you're not feeling free, but you know you're free in your spirit. And can you feel how that's what happens with fear? That part of you that knows you're free disappears from your body, leaves. Trauma makes you leave. So actually, the work is to come back, to remember, oh yes, it's all created by those beings that don't know God, Goddess, that don't know the living spirit that is within them, that have given away their power, that are not conscious, aware of beauty, goodness, are living in terror themselves. Ah, this is all their creation, and it's not my creation, and I am creating something entirely different. I am creating love. I am connecting with all my beloveds who are creating love, and we are one great power divine, manifesting the divine plan, the great power of divinity, of the very creator of all that is, who is helping us to see in manifest visible form that which has been hidden but has always been here. Hidden from me, may be visible to others, but I am now seeing it. And that is the purpose of it appearing, just for me to see it. So I give thanks that I am not afraid, for I am made of love. And love encompasses all fear, dissolves it in the great brilliance of the divine presence that is love. In this moment, I bring my fear. I place it in the heart of the divine love that dwells within me. And if I have a friend or a relation suffering in this way, I expand my being to encompass divine presence, filling myself with that light. And I bring their whole situation, I absorb it in the light of my love, which is the divine love. And I let it pass through me, this darkness, this fear, and go into the earth. And if some of it is so strong and needs more light to dissolve it, I give it to the solar lords and deities to consume in the solar fire. See, you are working all the time. And in this seemingly impossible situation, or in any seemingly impossible situation you find yourself in, remember, you wouldn't be there unless you had been called to serve. And so you always say thank you, and you bring in that light. And sometimes it will take you a little time. You have to remove yourself from the here and now for a moment, go within, in order to build up your power, your presence divine that you bring. It's always the inner work that you are being asked to do, beloved. And it is always the inner work that changes the outside. And it is always the outside chaos being absorbed that is the result of disconnection being enacted. that then triggers your disconnection. So beware, be wary, and understand all of your life, whatever is going on, is triggering a process for you. And however impossible it may seem, do the process. In other words, go within. Don't ever be tricked into thinking this is absolutely not, it's terminal. I can't, no. Never believe that. Come back inside. Do the work. Expect a miracle. Know the nature of the universe that is made of light, that comes from love divine. However much it may be, there are distortions and all kinds of negativities allowed to proliferate. However much hell may be permitted to be within that whole divine spectrum, you can choose. If you have been part of a very difficult, painful reality, well, you're rescuing yourself right now. Your work is to work on yourself until you are not in any way caught in that illusion. That you realize whatever your situation, it is an invitation to work on the inside of you. And when you do it, by a miracle, everything changes. Something you did not literally believe was possible happens. But that is because you have come into integration, you have come into wholeness, and you're fully present, and the divine can then pour through you and create extraordinary miracles and transformations in the physical environment. Nothing is beyond the divine, literally, in terms of manifestation. However, the first thing is you have to accept the negativity, the pain, the sorrow is actually for you to look at and hear. As long as you realize that, and as soon as your awareness fully embraces that, with no escape, it's like that on a Sunday, but on a Monday, I want to blame it all on you, because this is not about me, this terrible situation, whatever I'm looking at. But on a Tuesday, I'll go back to feeling responsible again. No, it has to be complete in your soul, a 100% decision to take full responsibility in every moment, however much it seems it's coming at you from outside. If you can do that, if you can really believe in yourself, and it takes a lot of self-belief to do this, then you'll see extraordinary turnarounds in your life that you didn't think were possible. So today, this is the call for you. Just look inside. See how far your faith goes. Is there a little corner somewhere where you're holding back a bit of doubt? Well, I'll believe that's possible, but nearly all of me. And can you find that place of doubt that you maybe prove to yourself, even though, well, that I tried that, I've done that, it didn't work. Can you find, are you able to be humble enough inside yourself to say, well, I'm doing really, really well, but I know there's something. I know there's more I can clear. Because that's what it's about, isn't it? Are you clear of your doubts and fears, of old pain, of old triggered emotions? Are you clear? Can you be that loving presence divine through every situation? Can you? Is that not why you came? Is it not perfect that you're being triggered by all of this nonsense, shall we call it? Because you can see it's nonsense, can't you? And when I say nonsense, the triggering of the fear, the overreactions, I'm not saying all human activity is nonsense. I'm saying the activity that's coming from the negative source is nonsense. If you can see that, your consciousness is already saving you, but you have to create within you the power so that, you know, when the sun shines, the shadow goes away, doesn't it? The shadow literally can't live inside the sun's beams. The shadow comes from behind the blockage to the sun's beams. So imagine you're just completely clear. There are no blockages, there are no shadows. Would you like that? Oh, you would, I'm sure. Would you like to live in that total certainty that you are one with the divine, that you are here to manifest the divine reality? I know you would. I know that's what you're here for. So I'm just going to check if anybody is here presently, because I know we didn't tell people we were coming. And if they are, they want to ask a question. Otherwise, I do a meditation.
We have 20 beautiful star earth beings with us.
You must have known from the inside, beloved, because we didn't tell you. So I think you're all very connected. Peace.
Peace.
So if anyone's got any questions, I'm very happy to answer them.
Hello, Devil. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, we like to keep it to about 3 questions. Just to, it's my job to look after
the Terminator. He terminates sessions.
I am the elven. I'm the elven timekeeper.
Yes.
And I make sure that we just keep Sally's energy, you know, up and keep everything in that sense on the wave. Yeah. So if you have any questions, I'm on the I'm on the chat, so I can see all of you lovelies chatting with us. And Anna Harris sends a sunflower, and Lady Anique sends a heart. Katz says, just dropping in to say thank you so much for this important transmission. Blessings, beautiful souls, Sally, Jerome, Sophie, and of course our treasured beloved Chong Fu. Anna Harris asks a question. Julie Andrews says, thank you, Chong Fu, and all beloveds with gratitude. Anna Harris asks, how to use tourmaline and shungite together for this clearing of the fear.
When you are using it, I can see that. And just remember that on your body is the simple answer. On your body, and then in your water, and then in your mind. Remember, body, heart, mind. Remember that shungite has a spiritual presence. Remember, this is a being. Remember, everything is alive, that you are a communicative, living spirit. You're made of light. Shungite is made of light. Everything is made of light. Everything pre-exists in the world of light. So there is the shungite domain. If you're on my Taiganing course, then you know we went into the shungite temple, because it's a living temple on the earth, but it's a living temple also in the light world. So you are working in your light body, beloved. You know that. And it's about your passion and your dedication. It's about the determination that you have, that you are entirely in charge of this soul, this body, heart, and mind. And you have to arrive with that soul into your body, heart, and mind. and you have to determine how it shall be. No one is controlling you. So, do you want to be full of fear? No, of course you don't. So, right. Well, we're going to kind of hunt down the fear, but not in a nasty way. We're going to open up, because fear is fear. After all, it keeps escaping. Hello, I'm trying to get you. Oh, you keep escaping. Fear is the escaper. It gets, it hides. So in order to find the fear, that's exactly what's happening. Look at this massive challenge. Enough to, ooh, ooh. So shake, shake. Let the body feel it. But remember, it's an illusion that's causing the fear. And when I say that, I literally mean it's a creation of a mind that has created something that's not real. But in your fearing it, it starts to become real. This is the world of manifestation. This is the physical plane. It's all about learning to manifest what you want to manifest. Oh, you want to manifest fear? Oh, do you? Are you sure? Oh, you don't? Oh, all right. But you did. How did you do that? Oh, you reacted to something that is not part of your reality, and you believed it. So you gave it some energy. Now it becomes real. Oh, it's real. Oh, it's inside me. Oh, you made it real. So examine and understand how you make something that's an illusion real. Now it's in your body. Oh, it was real. Oh, that is real. No. That's still an illusion, but it's become real in you. You made it real. Right. So now you gotta dissolve it. Well, that's also part of your soul's journey here. How to dissolve fear. Massive process that you're all in. That's right. That's what I'm on Shungin ride for. That's what the Shungite is there for. An incredible power that can dissolve negative matter. Fear is definitely negative matter. How do you do it? You feel it, and you come in with your love at the same time as feeling it, which usually then starts to bring some emotion, some tears, some place where you were hurt, something that's triggered from long ago, and you realize, oh, it never was about this. Now, all this, it was always about what I had in reality. That's why I made the fear real. All right. Now I can deal with it, because it's about me, and it is real. And I can now dissolve what belongs to me. Peace, beloved. It was a bit of a long answer, a bit of a dramatization, but I think you understood. Peace.
Peace. On that note, tomorrow evening, UK time, I believe it's 8 p.m. I can just double check that. We are doing they always end up being at least a 3-hour thing, but we're doing a 3-hour deep dive, which is our monthly private live calls that we do. Yeah, it's 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. and you can come and enjoy longer Q&A sessions at the end of these events that we do every month. So if you're fresh on this YouTube live and you haven't experienced our monthly live streams, deep dive live streams, do come and join up for that. You can give Sophie an email, or you can join the website newsletter list. So the email is info@deepsoulconnection.com. Some have been having problems getting through on that, so you can also just try sophie.deepconnection@gmail.com. But yeah, if you want to, maybe you could speak
Sophia
about that.
has told me the website is down for a few weeks.
Okay.
So definitely do the Sophie one,
right,
which is an email.
So yeah, just if you want to get on that live stream tomorrow night, drop Sophie an email at sophie.deepconnection@gmail.com today or tomorrow day in time for tomorrow evening, and she will assist you there. And Chungfu, maybe you could talk with us a little bit
Well,
about.
you know, it's the equinox, beloved.
Yeah,
And so we're going to be actually very much looking at the balance in all kinds of ways, how to really work with balance, how to balance everything, in fact. So right now, the balance of the dark and the light in all the manifestations that is within you, as you are now in different parts of the world, of course, moving either towards the winter solstice or the summer solstice. But this is the equinox. This is very important time of turning, where the tides turn either towards more light or less light, and what that is, how you maintain your light through those opposites, how you maintain your balance through all situations in your life. Peace.
lovely. We've got a couple questions here. Andrina Forests asks, um, we are planning to go to Stanton Drew and then Glastonbury tomorrow. Any tips on being there for equinox energies?
Well, I think you got all the tips because that's why you're doing it, beloved. So the tips at the moment really is about directing your energies. When you do go to powerful places like that, just remember you're working. You're working for the light, you're working for the divine. I know you know that, but just send out the energy. Do that part, work within, obviously, and then send out. Understand the power of a human soul connecting the power places throughout the world and to all the other beings who are also reaching out, and the web of light that is being strengthened in that moment. Make positive affirmations both for humanity and for the earth, and for all beings, to really, that is throughout the cosmos, to assist you on the earth at this time as you move through. And this moving through is going to go on for quite a while. It's not, there are points, obviously, of extreme power, but it's going to go on. That the timeline, it seems long when you're in it, but actually it's an event occurring over many years. So keep pouring resilience, stamina, and strength from the PowerPoints into the hearts of people all over the world. Peace, beloved.
Beautiful. Ali Coots says, I'm not sure if um, it's kind of it's nice, it's something nice to say. Ali Coots, I have just bought a set of tuning forks, total gut purchase. Any experience of these to pass on? I am now a tuning fork student, very excited about the power of sound.
Well, absolutely, beloved. That's right. The power of sound. It's interesting, you see, because when you start to work vibrationally like that, you literally, you find your field changes, your auric field. Jerome works with sound, you know, beings who work with sacred sound. Sophia works with sacred sound. They do that because they know the power of sound. Absolutely, it changes your own body. It brings you into alignment with the earth, with the heavens, with the stars. Everything is a frequency. So when you start to work with physical frequency, what you're doing is you're grounding. You're creating a reception point here with your tuning rods, but you're actually bringing through the tuning rods, of course, very high frequencies. Not all of them can you hear, or very low frequencies sometimes. But this is the point of contact when where you hold the tuning forks, or they are held over your body over various points, and you become aligned to the highest sources, but also you become, the frequency actually helps to clear the body of many different levels of pain. And this is happening also on the earth. And so you can work with tuning folks on the earth, especially if a whole group does it together. Because again, there's a lot of sound energy and crystalline energy within the earth. And that is another whole level to talk about, working with crystals and tuning forks. So that is another whole subject, but I think you might well probably gravitate towards um, a combination piece. Congratulations on your tuning forks.
That's it for that's all we have for questions.
Good. So we just do a short meditation, bringing all of that in, noticing and thanking all of you for working in that sense on the inner plane, because that is the rarest work. That is where it's actually needed the most, inside, in the soul, in the worlds of light. Understanding that all of you who do the meditations and the practices in your life, you are the reason for the hope. You are the reason that the energies of divine beings and angelic beings can touch the earth right now, because there is a concerted effort to block that energy. And so thank you, because you are bringing us in. You are enabling the light to shine here upon the earth. And although you might say, well, yes, we all knew that. We knew that was our job. I'm saying to you to remember it and to receive this gratitude from spirit world. This is important for you to know that you are seen, that you are loved, that you are treasured, that you are valued. So in this meditation now, we started in a sense contemplating the negativity that is so easily overwhelming to your beautiful, vulnerable emotional self. And now at the end, in the spirit of this equinox, we bring in the vastness of the divine and ascended beings, to whom this small little patch of negativity is very little, but they're allowing it to be in order to wake up many, many souls who otherwise would not quite catch up with you in this time, with those beings who've been working with the light for a long time. And so we remember the great company of the angels, of the ascended beings, of the deities. We remember all the beings of light, the helpers and guides who are here with us in this vast gathering, where we are connected to souls you may not even personally know, all over the earth, who right now are meditating, are praying, in different religions and faiths, in different disciplines and practices, all over the earth. We reach out, arms of light. We connect upwards to heaven, to ascended beings and star beings, deities, guides, extraterrestrial beings, down into the earth, into the living spirit of the earth, great mother of physical creation. We connect down into the earth, into crystalline beings, supporting your life, connecting you to the stars. We connect down into the earth, into deep worlds of light wherein dwell fairy folk and elven people, intraterrestrial solar beings dwelling deep inside the earth, bringing the light into very dark places. We connect across this earth to all brothers and sisters at this moment and in any other moments who bring this light to shine upon the earth and into each other's hearts. And we remember the love, that we are the love. We, the ascended beings, angelic beings, divine beings, we who are incarnated upon the earth, we who communicate through incarnated ones upon the earth, we are made of love and light. We are made of kindness and compassion. We are bringing in the Christ light. We are manifesting a new earth, a new reality. We are breathing strength into ourselves and into each other in order to remain very strong, positive, uplifted, certain, full of this creative vision of living upon the earth in harmony, in peace, with kindness and compassion, where all beings are nurtured and fed, where all beings have what they need in the beauty way with the greatest of ease, where love and kindness and compassion prevail, where divine presence, divine feminine, divine masculine are in balance in the beauty way, supporting all beings, empowering all beings to grow and evolve in the beauty way. And we give thanks for this opportunity to bring this light to shine upon the earth and into the hearts of brothers and sisters, of children, of animals, of all the beings that we love, and that we bring into each and every one the power to manifest the lives that each one is dreaming in right now. And that in this moment of connection across the whole of the earth, we see the divine and angelic beings coming in, holding and healing the weak, the terrified, the wounded, the abused. And we see them receiving healing, receiving assistance, receiving love. And we give thanks. Give thanks for the overlighting protection for each and every one here present. We give thanks for the love and blessings, the peace and grace and beauty that each one here present is creating in your life. Give thanks for the power and the strength and the wisdom coming through each one of you. Give thanks for the healing and the compassion. And the creativity within each and every one of the divine presence that is deep within. Blessings and peace to you ones. Thank you for coming forward to be with me and all your guides and helpers today. Blessings and peace.
Blessings and peace. Sorry about the enders there. I pulled the sheepskin and it pulled the phone off balance there. And I tried to put it back in balance and it wobbled. But I'd just like to say that if you can all just give the video a little like and could come back to it in a few hours when it's uploaded and comment on it. It really helps it go a bit further on the YouTube ladder of heaven, let's call it, the algorithm. Um, yeah, it just helps Chung Fu's message get out there a little bit more, because you're all commenting on it live, which is wonderful. Um, I don't believe those stay up once it's been uploaded. It will do when we start using Zoom, but that is going to come soon. See, yeah. And if you have come onto this video for the first time and you're new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel and help us grow the channel. That would be so awesome. Welcome to you all, and we'll see you soon. Great love.
Blessings and peace.